UMP parliamentarian Ravi Kannanayake says that the main duty of every politician is to act according to the wishes of the public.
Parliamentarian Ravi Kannanayake attended a function held to hand over 2 public toilets constructed for the residents of Rodrigo Lane in Matakulia. The public toilets were constructed with the private funds of MP Kannanayake. The difference between us and the government is that they speak without doing any work, while we work without speaking. Our aim is to recreate stability at a time when the government is arbitrarily violating the constitution and the parliament is disregarding standing orders. Our first responsibility should be to work according to the wishes of the public. Time now to take a look at the newspaper cartoon of the day. Starting off your sports bulletin with a look at some cricket news. According to the chairman of the Sri Lanka Cricket Selection Committee, Ashanta Dimel, a change will be made to the Sri Lankan lineup for the third ODI against Australia if Dinesh Chandimal is deemed fit to play. Meanwhile, the Australian team that will play in the third and fourth ODIs against Sri Lanka was also named today.
Dinesh Chandimal, who picked up an injury during the first one-day international against Australia, was ruled out of the second ODI.
Well, if Chandimal is fit, we would like him to come into the side, and very likely Upul Taranga might be left out, in which case there might be a possibility that Mahela could. If there be a change, maybe Rangana might come in place of Ajantha Mendis. That again is something that could happen. That's what the team management is considering. So I think that the final decision will be done once they go to the ground. Once they see the pitch, and they'll make the decision once they know what the conditions are going to be. So at the moment, it looks like if Chandimal is fit, he'll come in, and maybe Rangana might come in for Ajantha Mendis. Those will be the 2 changes.
Cricket Australia announced today that 4 new players have been included to the Australian squad for the third and fourth ODIs.
The ODI squad for games 3 and 4, we've included 4 players who weren't in the previous squad. So Michael Clark, David Warner and Matthew Wade, as foreshadowed, coming back after having a break. And we've also included Moses Henriques as a pace bowling all-rounder. We think the conditions in Brisbane are likely to suit that type of player. And who we've left out, Brad Haddon, we've left out also Aaron Finch, Steve Smith and Usman Khawaja, and Ben Cutting is also out. We've gone from a squad of 13 to a squad of 12. So you'll have that team in front of you there.
The Australian team that was announced today also includes George Bailey, David Hussey, Glenn Maxwell, Mitchell Johnson, Mitchell Stark, Clint McKay and Xavier Doughty.
Vice President of the National Athletic Association, Ajit Abesekara, explained the reason for the delay in amending the constitution of the Athletic Association. Abesekara gave this explanation in response to a revelation made on a special segment Bitter Truth last night.
A new board of officials was appointed to the National Athletic Association on the 3rd of May last year following a controversial election. However, the new board of officials did not receive full recognition from the International Athletic Association. The IAAF clearly said that a board of officials should be appointed under a new constitution before March this year in order to obtain full recognition from the athletics world governing body. However, amendments to the National Athletic Association constitution are yet to be made. President of the National Athletic Association, Daya Ratnayaka, said yesterday that Ajit Abesekara, who was appointed as chairman of the committee set up to amend the constitution, was removed from his position due to a further delay in amending the constitution. Responding to this, Ajit Abesekara revealed that a clash of opinions regarding a proposal to extend the tenure of the positions in the association by 2 years was the main reason for a delay in amending the constitution. Yet, Director General of Sports Ranjini Jayakodi said that the National Athletic Association elections will be held before the 31st of March as per the sports law, irrespective of whether the constitution is amended or not.
The funeral of former wicket-keeper of the Sri Lanka cricket team, Gaidi Alves, was held at the Borella Public Cemetery today.
A large crowd, including several distinguished politicians and cricketers, were present for the final rites. Gaidi Alves received his primary education at St. Thomas's College in Mount Lavinia and also represented the Sinhalese Sports Club during his early days. De Alves, who was talented with the bat and behind the wicket, earned his Test cap in 1983. He became the first choice wicketkeeper in the squad the same year at the World Cup in England. Gaidi Alves had 11 tests and 31 one-dayers to his name before he retired from the sport in 1989. De Alves took up coaching following his retirement and later went on to become the chairman of the Sri Lanka Cricket Selection Committee. Gaidi Alves, who lended his services to uplift the sport, was 52 years old at the time of his demise.
And in entertainment news tonight, there were a few surprises at the Golden Globe ceremony this year as Argo won the top prize for Best Dramatic Movie.
Argo director Ben Affleck was named Best Director 3 days after he failed to get an Oscar nomination in the same category.
Welcome to the 70th Annual Golden Globe Awards.
The Golden Globes, handed out by the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, has become the entertainment industry's second biggest award show after the Oscars or the Academy Awards. Comedians Fela and Tina Fey, hosting the Globes for the first time, scattered jokes about some of the top Hollywood stars in the audience.
Tonight we honor the television shows that have entertained us all year, as well as the films that have only been in theaters for 2 days.
We want to assure you that we have no intention of being edgy or offensive tonight because, as Ricky learned the hard way, when you run afoul of the Hollywood Foreign Press, they make you host this show 2 more times.
Christoph Waltz.
Austrian actor Christopher Waltz, who played a dentist turned bounty hunter in Django, took home the Best Supporting Actor trophy.
And the award goes to Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis won the award for the Best Actor in a Drama for his performance in Lincoln, Steven Spielberg's film about President Abraham Lincoln.
Are you sure there's room for another ex-president on this stage? Well, if you thought that was showing off, Her Majesty the Queen of England is about to parachute in a couple of minutes to make a last-minute pitch for Skyfall.
Anne Hathaway, Les Miserables.
Les Miserables, the big screen version of the hit stage show about French revolutionaries, won 3 Golden Globes for Best Comedy or Musical and acting honours for Anne Hathaway and Hugh Jackman.
Now, Jessica Chastain, 0 Dark 30.
Jessica Chastain, meanwhile, won the award for the Best Actress in a Motion Picture Drama for her role as a young female CIA agent who tracks down Osama bin Laden in the thriller 0 Dark 30.
Jennifer Lawrence, Silver Lining Playbook.
In the Best Comedy or Musical category, Jennifer Lawrence won the Best Actress for Silver Linings Playbook.
Ben Affleck, Argo.
Ben Affleck, meanwhile, picked up the award for the Best Director.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Look, I don't care what the award is. When they put your name next to the names that she just read off, it's an extraordinary thing in your life.
And on that star-studded note, we end this edition of Primetime News. I'm Nadim Majid.
And I'm Punshani Singha. Good night.